Violin.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll make a start. I'm very pleased to welcome our clubhouse leader to the interview room, Brian Harman. Brian, it's a fabulous round of 6 under par today. It takes you to 10 under par for the championship. And obviously, just a crowning cherry on the cake with the eagle at the last. Just talk us through how you feel about your round today and where that leaves you for the championship.
Yeah, I caught a hot putter the last couple of days, so try to ride it through the weekend. 36 holes to go, so just try to rest up and get ready.
And a great stat to pull out, which is your halfway total of 132 matches the lowest in the Open, which was set by two people in 2006 and 2014, Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And we know what they did. You must be delighted to be in that position in the halfway stage.
Yeah, delighted with how I'm playing. Just really focused on getting some rest and getting after it tomorrow.
Sure. Okay, well, we'll take questions from the floor. We'll get the microphone to you.
Hey, Brian. Not the first time you've been close to contention at a major. Just thinking of, like, what have you learned from the previous times that you might take into the next couple of days?
Yeah, just not trying to get too caught up in it, and just, it's just golf. I think when I held the 54-hole lead at the U.S. Open, I just probably thought about it too much. Just didn't focus on getting sleep and eating right, and so that'll be my focus this weekend.
And then can you just talk about the eagle on 18? Because that seems like something where, well, he might have a nice lead, then it's like, oh, now he might have a really, really nice lead.
Yeah, I made two really good pars on 16 and 17. I think that's almost just as important to where I felt kind of freed up on 18. And I made probably my two best swings of the day. And he got up there, 12, 15 feet for eagle. So just played a really nice hole.
Okay, we'll go to Bob on the left there.
Driver 5-iron.
Bob, far left.
Brian, what's been your history with links golf? Did you like it from the beginning? Did it take some getting used to? How did that evolve?
Royal Liverpool was my first Open Championship, 2014. Won the John Deere, got in last minute, had the 4:45 tee time on Friday, finished at 10:15, made the cut. Love the golf. I love the golf over here. Was really excited, and I think I missed 4 or 5 cuts in a row coming over here, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't playing well. And then last couple years I had some good finishes and just kind of felt like, all right, well now at least I feel like that I love the golf and I'm playing decently over here. So I was excited to kind of come for the Scottish Open the last couple years to try and get over and get adjusted and get ready. So I think that's helped.
Have you ever experienced any of the other links golf over here?
No.
Michael?
Thank you. Brian, just to follow up on what Bob was just asking, do you recall your conversation with Trevino on the driving range last year, and did that have any kind of lingering effect with you?
That was a technical golf swing question. Lee's always been incredibly nice to me. I wouldn't expect him to know me from, couldn't pick me out of a lineup of 2, I wouldn't imagine, but he's always made a point to say hello, so I've always appreciated him and always make a point whenever I'm around him to talk to him.
Okay, and we'll go to the far right here.
Brian, can you talk about the save on 12, how big that was?
Yeah, I hit an okay drive, but I knew it was going in that bunker. It's hard to hold that wind, especially on that hole. So it was not a good lie in the bunker, had to play out backwards. And I was kind of just like, all right, would have been extremely happy to walk off that hole with a 5. Wasn't an overly difficult chip, but I was trying to, hit that 6-iron to the middle of the green. So unfortunate that I didn't pull the shot off, but I hit a really nice chip and it went in. So.
Okay, and Mark, front left.
Hey Brian, your record in the majors this year, despite having a pretty good year otherwise, have not been good. Especially lately, you've been playing well. What's been going on in the majors, and were you particularly ticked off at missing the cut at the Masters?
Yeah, I started the year really with really high aspirations. I'd played very well all of last year and into the fall. Just missed out on the President's Cup, I felt like. So I was just kind of springboarded, had 2 runner-ups in the fall, was feeling great. And then I just hit this odd sort of lull at the beginning of the year, and I couldn't I couldn't claw my way out of it, and just kind of doubled down on my process and started playing some really good golf here of late. But I wasn't playing any good at Augusta, so I didn't have very high expectations there.
Okay, in the back right there, number 3, yep.
Hi, Brian. You're double digits clear of some of the biggest names in golf. What is it specifically about your game that you think has given you an edge here at Hoy Lake? Well,
I've been hitting a lot of fairways, and then I've been hitting it onto most of the greens, and I'm putting well. I mean, I don't know what anybody else has been doing. Other than the 2 guys I played with, they played great today.
Okay, number 4 in the middle there.
Hi, Brian. You got those birdies quite early on. Was there an element afterwards that you might be protecting your lead?
No, I was trying to hit as good a shots as I could. I even short-sided myself a couple times. Had a really good look on 9. Got out of position on 10. There's some really difficult holes. And even the birdies that I made were, a couple of lengthy putts. So happy to play to the fat side most of the time and try to make a 20 or 30 footer.
Okay, number 1 in the front.
Hi, Brian. You alluded to your putting there. I think this week you've gained 8 strokes in putting. And your putter, I think it came out about 6 or 7 years ago. So could you sort of take us through your sort of affection for your putter and why you still stick with it? And yeah.
Yeah, there was a time middle of this year to where we were seriously thinking about going to the bullpen and pulling out something different. It's been a good putter, but she's been misbehaving a lot this year. So last few weeks, I found a little something on the greens that I felt like gave me a little better roll, and I've been putting. I had one really nice day of putting at the U.S. Open, and then the following weeks I putted really nice. So just trying to maintain that, just good fundamentals and putting a good roll on it.
In the middle here, number 4, yep.
Brian, you are the leader in the stat, most top 10 since the 2017-18 season. You haven't won, though, since 2017. What has held you back from winning?
I'm not sure. I think about it a lot, obviously. I'm around the lead a bunch. It's been hard to stay patient. I felt that after I won the tournament and had the really good chance at the U.S. Open in 2017 that I would probably pop a few more off, and it just hasn't happened. I've been right there, and it just hasn't happened. So I don't know. I don't know why it hasn't happened, but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to stick with it and just keep after it, and hopefully it'll pop one day.
One more, if you don't mind. Do you see this week as your stage to make your case for Ryder Cup team?
I've spent, I don't know how many years, chasing it always seems that it's right there at the end. I'm end up at, in between 13th and 18th on the list, and I'm hoping for a pick. So it would mean the world to me to play on the Ryder Cup team. I think I would do very well, but I'm not thinking about that at all.
Okay, Martin, back left.
Brian, you tied for 12th in the Scottish Open last weekend. I mean, what did you take from that performance, and particularly the last round when it was windy, obviously?
Yeah, I had a bad Sunday. Was in contention all week and just couldn't make any putts on Sunday. But was happy to use the Scottish to really get used to the conditions. And boy, I mean, congratulations to Scotland. They have the worst weather on the planet. I mean, congratulations. They win.
Something different. You talked after the Masters how disappointed you were, and you went home and you killed a pig and a turkey. I take it the sheep and the cows are safe around here at the moment, are they?
Yeah. Sheep don't taste as good as the turkeys do, I'd imagine.
I mean, is that just something to get the frustration out your system?
Nah, I've been a hunter my entire life. I enjoy the strategy of it, and we eat a lot of wild meat at my house, so I enjoy butchering and I do a lot of hunting.
Okay, Jaime on the right there. Yeah.
Brian, what do you particularly like about links golf, and could you share it all what Trevino told you?
Trevino and I mean, we talked about how as players got older, they tended to drop their back foot back to kind of help brace their golf swing. So it wasn't anything crazy. And what was the second one? Sorry. Links golf.
More specific.
Yeah. I like links golf. I like when courses don't force you to carry Yeah, there's several different options to play golf holes. You can, if you're into the wind, you can, hit way more club and send it up in the air to try to stop it, or you can try to finesse something lower. So I enjoy the variety of shots you have to hit.
Joy.
Brian, just wanted to know if you're still working with Justin Parsons. And secondly, given that he comes from this part of the world, how big a role he has played in making you appreciate and get better for links on links courses?
Yeah, Justin and I have done some really good work on my golf swing. I've always been a really good putter and a good around the greens in the last couple years. My ball striking's really rounded into form, and I've just been waiting for it to all kind of come together at the same time.
Doug?
It sounds like, Brian, just listening to you, that you're playing well and you know it, and you just want to make sure you don't get ahead of yourself. Is that difficult for you to do?
It is. Yeah, I have a very active mind. It's hard for me. I've always struggled with trying to predict the future and trying to forecast what's going to happen, and I've just tried to get really comfortable just not knowing.
Okay, we're going to finish with the questions we have, so we'll go here first, number 4.
Brian, a friend of mine just texted me, and I don't know whether you have a nickname, and he called you the Harmanator. Are you?
Well, it's
like
dreadful.
That?
Dreadful. No, you don't get to pick your own nicknames, but that one's not going to stick, I don't think.
Okay, we'll give it a go anyway.
Rex?
Brian, I think you had a good Friday or second round last year at St. Andrews, if I remember correctly. Did that kickstart kind of that run you ended up going on for the rest of the year?
Yeah, it really did. I came over early for the Scottish last year, and I think I beat 2 people at the Scottish Open, played horrible, and then played bad the first day at St. Andrews. Was like, golly, I love coming over here, but I'm getting my teeth kicked in. And I had a really nice back nine, made the cut by a couple, and then played really well on the weekend. So, like I said, it was nice to finally kind of turn the corner last year to where, this is probably, my 7th or 8th Open Championship, and before last year, it never really even been anywhere close to contention or even doing halfway decent.
Okay, and final question.
Congratulations on your round. When you have a round like this, are you able to tell early on that this is going to be a good day for you, or is golf just not predictable enough? You talk to basketball players who have a great game. They say from the start it just was working. Do you ever have that in golf, or is golf just not able to have that type of feeling?
No, very rarely do I. It's usually you get done and you're like, oh, that was a pretty good day. You get so focused in the moment and trying to just execute shots, because there was, several holes where it could have gone either way, right? I could have made several bogeys on the back nine. So, just really fortunate to finish where I did and real pleased with it.
Well played, Brian, and best of luck for the weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.